Hello guys, welcome to part 28 of my SAS JEEP Diorama build. Okay, you may wonder why I'm showing you this diorama. Okay, right now the topic is super detailing beards. Okay, today is the third and the final episode on this one, on this frocking of beard. Okay. Okay, in the background is I think it's yesterday's posting before we started. Then in this episode, actually I trim off the beard, blah blah blah, all those things. And then today we are going to finish off the beard by changing from this color to this color. Okay. So yesterday off the camera, I also frocked this guy. I'm trying to I'm trying to show you the step, clearer, faster, more concise. Okay. Anyways, as per SOP, let's take a look at this diorama. Okay, give me a second. This is actually one of the dioramas built on actually 3 figures. All 3 figures are what I call base figures, made into full build figures, then onto a diorama. Now for this diorama, the centerpiece is not actually rainbow, but this red letterbox. Now to offset all these figures, I actually need a bright red centerpiece, and I found this red letterbox, which is actually a cheap piggy bank. It's made of I think it's plastic or clay, something like that. So I've actually do the blah 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 painting, detailing, you know, all these things. Then it became the centerpiece to hold my 3 previously base figure, or what I call junk box builds. And today we are going to focus on the beard on this one, of this guy. I partially taken off the head. Okay, so let's have a closer look at the guys here. Okay, for both 3 of for this figure, it's actually 1980s. I think this is either a dragon or a 21st century, or maybe a G.I. Joe doll of Rocky. Not Rambo, Rocky from the first movie, with bell bottoms and a sweatshirt shirt and pointy Italian shoes. That particular figure was actually given to me free of charge when I did a lot sale. It looks so bad. So out of that figure, I think I only use this headsculpt, which I will redo one of these days. This whole figure, this Rambo figure, I will review one of these days. Then he's carrying, from Rocky, he's carrying things that he will use on the next 3 movies. Okay, from Rocky to the Rambo first part, where a grenade launcher, a machine gun. Okay, machine gun, what we call M60 machine gun with ammo, detail ammo. Okay, an AK from Rambo 2, an AK from Rambo 2, and then of course the machine gun, the M60 machine gun, which my cat has bit off the fresh suppressor. Okay, when I build this thing, I will show you guys how to repair this thing. Tough. Okay, this is Rambo. Okay, this one is actually I take it US Ranger, built about I think 2 years back. All these are actually stuff for my my workbench. Actually, the scope here is fallen off. I was hesitant about gluing this thing on. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, US Ranger. Built from my something off my workbench. You know, those things that when I finish a build. Then of course some parts of my junk builds. I posted this guy US Ranger in military figures course I think 2-3 years back. Yeah. I think it's 2-3 years back, yeah. But this thing has been rebuilt and then has rebuilt from that figure to go on this diorama. Now the third guy is also a US Ranger. This one was also a scratchbox build from stuff of my workbench when I finish a big build like this JEEP Diorama. There are lots of stuff on my workbench. So my practice is actually after a big build I will build something, a build base figure to just thin off the junk box and the stuff on the workbench. Okay, this guy is also termed US Ranger. Also, I think it was a military figures call. This guy was 2 years back. This guy was about 1 year back. This diorama was completed I think maybe about 6 months, 8 months ago. This diorama. So this guy actually I found an unpainted headsculpt in my collection. This is raw unpainted. Okay. But as usual, I don't do eyeballs. Let me show you the eyeballs. It's bad. But anyways, this guy is actually to be honest, both this guy and this guy, the way I was thinking then is tattoos. I'm trying to get a technique on tattoos. Okay, these are Halloween tattoos. Apply on, they are shiny. Okay, they are applied on and shiny. Then I use the usual technique to tone down this one. Okay, for this one. For this guy, it's a seamless silicone skin body. So is Rambo. Okay, but Rambo, the reason I'm rebuilding this one is because this one is deteriorating very fast. The seamless joint here is actually broken off. But this guy, I think it's a easy and simple plastic one. With let me see if I can show you. Not the seamless. No, I think yeah. No, I think this one is PVA tight. Okay, I show you. It's not a seamless body. Okay, but to create the seamless body appearance, a t-shirt is actually made into a singlet, then a cut off. To show this one, but ending with a joint, okay, covering up the stomach joint. I forgot about this one, about the brand of this one, but I think it's an ES body. So the usual mumbo jumbo that you see me using, the few basic old school techniques, okay, can be built into something like figures like this. Or diorama like this, or diorama like this. Just a few simple old school techniques. No whistle and bells, no photo aid parts, no 3D parts. Don't have no aftermarket parts. Okay, all old school techniques. Old school techniques. Which is why I was hesitant now to to even do YouTube. Because I really you don't want to see the same techniques all over again, all over again, you know. Okay, the one reason I can do this is actually this base. Okay, this base is actually a used spice stand from my kitchen. Somehow it came down and broke this part, which I fill up and make into this diorama piece. A kitchen, a spice stand, and a piggy bank. Okay, the reason I in Facebook, the reason I post things like that is actually to, in one part, to give the guys idea of, okay, some what they can do, what they can do, how to do it. Right. Spice stand now. Okay. Let me turn on this one. Okay, see? It rotates. Okay, but anyways, you'll see a review of Rambo soon. Maybe after this, because I'm running out of space to build more dioramas. If I cannot find any more space, it will be figures. Figures. Okay, but anyways, give me a few seconds. I put this diorama back to the perch. Okay. Clean off the workbench, you know, blah blah blah. Okay, give me a few about 20 seconds. That is actually also why I show you this diorama. This diorama is actually made of old stuff. I mean, they are wearing chocolate chip cookies. Chocolate chip cookies are being used. These are actually stuff that was on the 1991 Gulf War, 1991, which this stuff I think came from that era. With a plain what we call old vintage things, PVA sock uniform, just some DIY weathering. It can look good. Okay, so back to what I was yakking just now. Okay, from this from yesterday's posting, the facial hair is this color. Okay, this is 550 paracord. This one I think is yellow or golden color. If you want darker one, without going all the way to all this trouble, go for the coyote brown one, which is darker. Okay, but basically the same color, from the same spool of paracord. Now for this one, it has gotten to this color. Okay. So off the camera yesterday, I did this, the whole thing, in under 1 hour. Okay. Comparison, the same color paracord from here, from golden to something like that. Okay, one reason I can do this very fast is because This one is epoxy, hard epoxy or resin. Okay. Give me a second. I need the.
So guys, welcome to part 27 of my.
Okay, I need the background lights. Okay, this is hard resin. This is actually rubber. It's actually soft rubber. See? So for soft rubber type, I can do this thing very fast. Okay. Everything you see here is under 1 hour. This one maybe take slightly longer because drilling hole on resin takes a bit more time, but the technique is the same. Okay, so on to today's subject. Getting from a not coyote brown, gold color or blonde color to something like that, from this to this. Now obviously I show you guys something else. You remember all those individual holes, about here, from here is about 3 or 4 millimeter apart, from here to here is about 4 to 5, then 6, then it's spread out more. Okay, this is the close-up. The roots are actually very well covered. Then on the softer vinyl headsculpt. Okay, take note of this area. Take note of this area. This area, if left raw, it don't blend into the face. It don't blend into the face. But if you color it up, it will look the part. Okay. Now for this guy, actually I wanted him to be blonde. But it's going to change. This is what I thought. This is what I say. Give me a few seconds. I focus the thing. This is what I meant by building it tough. Even for this one, the ray-band here is actually not metal but plastic. Okay. This thing is actually a rattan cane. It will survive drops. See, it will survive. It will survive drops. Now there are actually guys that, you know, don't super glue parts. Don't glue on parts. Sorry, can't talk. Don't glue on parts. They'll end up breaking this one, which they have to replace, or it's impossible to replace or what. Don't get into the idea you have to be so authentic that the sunglasses have to be like the real thing. It has to take off. It has to be taken off or what. So what? If you have to taken off, is it authentic to be folded? You know, there's something about the 1/6 the guy about 1/6 mindset is very hard to understand. You know, the part that yesterday I was harping on about guys showing you the root of the hair. Okay, you got that root of the hair correct, but after you put that $500 headsculpt onto the body, is your work on that body good enough or not? You get what I mean? And like what I told, like what I'm trying to convince a lot of fellows. doing things like that is not difficult. Just get the technique under your belt. Then when you do this thing for, I think I can guarantee that after the second headsculpt, after you get the technique, the first headsculpt, I think somewhere in the second headsculpt you will get the technique under your belt. Then from there you adjust, you know, just expand and then hone your techniques. There are 3 episodes on YouTube. Take a close look. It's not that difficult. Okay. It's not that difficult, and actually it's almost free, cheap. Okay, so get to this basic definition. Of course, after trimming, okay, roughen the fibers up, okay. Get precisely the shape of the beard you want, or what, because the next step is more or less going to set this thing in place. Okay, you are going to comb all the fibers and set them in place. Okay? They are actually still flexible, but they are not actually you know. So actually, what is the next technique? The next technique, use a paintbrush cleaning fluid, thinner. Enamels, I don't use acrylics. Okay, use one. Or if you prefer to go for some other color, get some other color. Okay. For this one, I change the color by using Tamiya brown. I won't tell you what color or what. Tamiya brown, because the color is not important. Okay, you can actually, like what I said, you can mix and match the color to your content. Okay. So actually, for this one, I'm going for whatever color is inside here. Okay. So how to do it? Okay, do it like if you are combing your hair. You start at the root. Just wet the brush. Start at the root, then just comb it. Remember, after this thing dry, it's more or less will be set in place. Get rid of, try to comb out those what we call stray fibers. Okay. See? Okay. This part is already combed down. This part is still bushy. Okay. This is for mustache, beard. The stroke, all these strokes is quite different. Okay, the beard. Okay, drying as we speak. Okay, one more time. We need more here. Okay, now, yeah, I think I'm happy with this. Okay, now we move on to the beard. For beards, start from the inside. Okay, start from inside the root of the beard. Just let the thinner, the thinner just flow in, but start from the beard. You want to cover the roots. Okay, then because you spend your monkey's time painting the skin, try to be careful over this side. But let the capillary action of the liquid go into the beard itself. Okay, so the next one is of course still the same thing. Try to comb it in place. Get rid of any loose strand of fibers. Now for this one, you don't have to for this one you don't have to make the color very uniform. Okay. Okay, it's that simple. This the finishing for headsculpt is that simple. Okay, this is using whatever is inside my paintbrush cleaning fluid. Okay. Another drop test. Okay, we will let this thing dry here. So we come back to this. Now for this one, I want the guy to be some sort of a redhead. some sort of a redhead. Then I don't use this because I want to control the color. Give me a second. I need to save this use thinner. Okay, and clean this brush. Okay, this is my right now. I think you're very familiar with this one. Okay, I just added another one of these. So right now from 4 it's become 5. This one will appear I think in all my videos. Whenever I'm okay. Hardware store paint thinner to clean my brush. Okay, for this one I use this one. Okay, this bottle is actually was actually almost used up. I added lots of the same hardware store paint thinner. Now obviously the logic to this one is for fibers like that you don't want anything to be too thick. Correct or not? So thin it down to almost a water consistency. Okay. So the same thing the same thing from blonde. You let the thing flow in. Of course, for this one, if you start with a lighter fiber, you might even go black. Okay, you might even go black. You might even go red. There are red hits, or maybe a mix of two, white and black. For that, you know the list Sean Connery peppery look. Okay. I lost one of the clump of fibers here. There. It was not pushed in. I tell you what. I will show you guys from the leftover of what we did yesterday. Okay. Defray 550 coats. This one is the original color. Okay. just pull out the strand. Just pull out the strand to comb it a bit. Okay, get all. That means get all the fibers more or less line up. Okay, don't have to go crazy over this one. Okay, twist. I made a new tool yesterday out of sewing needle. I was wondering what was that when I cleaned up my workbench yesterday. Okay, just shove it in. Oh, I get it. I shove it into the wrong hole. My eyes is that bad. Okay, something like that. Okay. So you end up something like that. Guys, this is not planned. This is not planned. Then I hope you guys like this type of raw unedited one. Okay, for this one, this is what I meant by getting a few techniques under the belt. When things like that happen, you know, it's not the end of the world. You know, you're not at the mercy of what comes out of a kid. When this thing get broken, that thing get broken, this thing went missing, that one got stolen by get eaten by the dog. Okay, so some trimming, we call it roughly like that. So the brown, same thing, went under the thing to get the bulk of the liquid in, and then just comb everything down. Ruffle the thing up. Comb it down. No, I think it's too dark. So we use an almost clean liquid to comb it down. Okay, and it looks as if it never happened. Okay, from this one and this one, there is a difference. This one is a mix of the one that I previously poured out. The one that I previously poured out that was used for this one. Okay, this one, focus, is actually a mix of this color and this color, a brown. I don't show you the color. This one is not important. Okay, don't go crazy about what color to use, what color you must buy. Okay. So in essence, focus. The lighting today is dark and stormy outside. So taking video is a challenge. Okay, from focus. Okay, from a used bottle of thinner, which is like that, you add the brown. Okay, this one used to look like that. You add a bit of brown. Now you get something like that. Okay. So if you go from blonde with a straight black, from a straight brown, you got something like that. I get it focused first. Okay, you get something like that. Okay, there is a marked change in the color Sorry, wrong one. From a blonde, you add. From a blonde, you add that. From that bottle of cleaning one, you get something like that. Okay. Then if you go from blonde and you add brown, you get something like that. Wait, focus. Something like that. Okay. And do you know why there is something white here? Because I think I never cleaned up properly. Yeah, I never cleaned up properly, which will be hidden up. Okay, the white area under the nose. Okay, after it dry, it will disappear. Okay, get a few under the techniques, things like that. You know, you can just easy touch up. But most importantly, when you get your techniques, share with your friends, share with the buddies, share with anyone that has any interest, especially youngsters. Okay, so I think I'll end this episode here. The final episode of doing a frocking almost free using 550 paracord. Oh, one more thing I want to show you. Since this thing is out, then I think we are still quite early. Okay, you know that when you defray the 550 paracord, the white stuff that's inside the can it be seen? Okay, the white strand that's inside the paracord, when you take it out, I think they are good for cigar. Previously I used to use a pull cotton wool. Because I think they hold the smoke better. So let me cut some. This thing is different. This thing is quite different from 550. This thing is actually they twisted this thing, which I think they are good for smoke. Okay, I think it's good enough. Hold it. Okay, since we are here, we are missing one cigar. Okay, from this I tell you whenever I build this thing, having a cigar is actually an afterthought. Then from the start of finish, I may build something like maybe about over 10, sometimes over 20 cigar on that figure. Okay, how do I do it? I posted this thing previously a lot of time. Okay, I show you. You know the toothpick that I use in front of the camera to stir paint. Okay, to stir paint. I usually don't throw this thing away. Okay, I usually just throw them here, which ends up something like that. But I do throw some away because I don't want a bunch of toothpick here. Okay. For this one, just estimate. This guy has the mouth open. This guy, actually, I have a small hole due to here, and it's covered by beard. This guy has the mouth actually open. Okay. Just measure. Okay, measure For this guy, actually, it went past the went past the throat. Yeah. Cut. Burn. Okay, extinguish. Oh, actually, I found I found that old cigar, which goes in here. Okay. So we are going to add smoke here, but before we add smoke, some of this. Okay. This is a Daiso paint marker. The silver depicts ash. Followed by red. Daiso platinum paint marker. In China is don't know 中字油性. Okay, for red, I just got this. It's not even started yet. Okay. Then the rule of thumb in modeling, a little bit of red goes a long way. Okay, don't go crazy over the red. And then orange. Later we'll touch up the end of the smoke with this one and this one again. Okay. This one doesn't show any red. Okay, so you have something like that. For this one, you can make cigarette. You can make cigarette. Just get a length of. Give me a second. Just get a length of wire. Okay, white wire. Okay, a suitable diameter, of course. Cut it, shove it into the mouth. Okay, then basically use the same technique. Of course, wire being this one is what? Polyester. Be careful when you burn it, but it can be burned. I'm not keen on using cigarette because for some reason I want to get rid of my toothpicks. Okay, so we get onto the fibers. So the same thing. Okay, fibers. Same SOP. Put on more than you think. Now for toothpick that I use for this type of job, I would definitely throw away. Okay, so we have this thing glue on. After it dry, trim off the lower part. Why I never thought of using the this white strand before. Raw and unedited, guys. This is actually the first time you see me using this one. And also, this is also the what I meant by get a few techniques under the belt. Things will come naturally. In any scale, I can tell you, in any scale, really in any scale. Because I've done this sort of things in 133, 172, 148, 1 to 100, 1 to 135, blah blah blah. You talk too much, James, and you don't ever show us your previous works, your plastic works. And no, I can't show you because they are all gone. Okay, in Singapore we seldom get to keep things like that. Space is tight. We move house 3 or 4 times in our lifetime. 3 or 4 times in our lifetime. Then often one of those times is when you start to raise a family. Yeah, I like it. You won't even see the smoke until you really stare at it. Yeah. This one has more smoke. This one has more of a whiff only. I pull off about half the strand on this one. So, well, today the weather is so wet. The super glue is still not dry yet. Okay, so anyways, after it's trimmed, okay, so the same SOP, a bit of red, really bit. Don't go crazy over it. Okay, a bit of red. And then, just go crazy over this one. It could be, it don't have to be this one. It could be this one. Okay, it could be this one because there are ashes. Okay, so this one. Remember, guys, it don't have to be cigar. Just find a suitable piece of white wire. Or if you want to be more precise, take one cigarette, measure it with a caliper, then divide by 6. But doing this sort of thing, play by ear. Okay, just eyeball everything. You will find you enjoy the hobby more and you will live longer. Okay, this one I think I go for some silvers. On top of everything. No, not on top of everything. Okay, so this one. So again, for this one, defray the fibers, and then if you want to hold the smoke in a certain position, just use a clean hardware store thinner. Okay, just use a clean hardware store thinner, and then just go over the smoke. Okay, just like you do to control the beard. The same technique, used differently. Okay. Try to get your a few techniques. Not try that. You must get a few techniques under the belt. Okay. After you get the few techniques under the belt, okay, you will also come to understand the material that you use. the same trimming I do it for the beard. Yeah, I like it. Okay, good enough. So guys, I really have to end the video here. I don't want to get famous for having a video that's at least 1 hour long. Okay guys, so we have El-cheapo cigars for free. Okay guys, see you in the next episode where we will find out more stuff to do here. Let's see, this guy open mouth one goes here. Sergeant Rally. Okay, one of the finding more stuff to do here. It came off. It came off. Never mind. No biggie. I actually threw it off somewhere. But anyway, this is the technique of getting a cigar. And then like what I told you, things accident like that is no biggie. It can be fixed just like that. Okay. The smoke of the cigar is the same as the clump of hair here. Okay. One of those finding things to do one is actually, surprisingly, is this section. It's missing the speed and the X. I used to have the X here, okay, but the X actually end up here. Okay, it's actually let me do this. Let me put this thing on the edge without causing accident. Okay, the X actually ended up here. I painted this thing live in one of the episodes also. Okay, roughen the texture here, and then it's actually super glue here. So I need to move this X here, scratch build a machete here, a big machete here, out of cupboard. Okay, a big machete here out of cupboard. I did a few machetes on this diorama. Let's see if I can pick up the happens to give me a few seconds. Okay, this machete is actually scratch wheel. Because in my junk box I don't have one that is long enough or big enough. Then the other scratch wheel machete was actually he's holding it in his hands. A simple thing. So among those nitty gritties is moving the X from here to the side, then scratch with a machete. Okay, I think we'll call this episode done. The final part of frocking and smoking. Okay. Of course, if you don't like the smoke like that, just trim it a bit, you know. Okay, guys, see you in the next episode.